What's going on again, everybody? So in this one I'll be printing some UNISUB white aluminum name badges. I ordered these from JP Plus. The size of these are 1 1/4 by 3 inches. I got 7 of them that I'm printing. I'm printing this for a local gym, and I have everything already printed out using the Epson F570. But I'm going to print one of them first because I only have 10 of them altogether. So if this one messes up, or if I feel like this doesn't cover the whole image where I'm cutting off the name or the logo, at least I have it where I can correct it without ruining all 7 at one time. So I'm going to take the rest of these off. Just going to work with this one and get my paper. But first let me lay this down. And I don't know if you saw a good view. This is the nameplate, 1/4 inch by 3 inch. Here's the logo. Basically I made the logo, or basically the template, I made it in Illustrator. So everything should fit pretty good. I'm just going to eyeball it, make sure I have everything lined up pretty good. Then I'm getting my heat tape. I'm already messing up. I put it on the wrong side. So put the white side down because that's the only side that's going to sublimate. Glad I caught that without wasting my time wasting this print. Always double check your work. And by looking at it, this print is going to be pretty border to border, like top to bottom. That's why I'm hoping that I capture the whole image without cutting anything off. It's just going to be that close. Alright, so I got everything up there. Looks pretty much aligned. I don't see any of the print sticking out. Alright, so now that I got that, I'm going to go ahead and slide it in here. And this is something that I like to do. I don't even know if it's necessary, it's probably not. This is regular parchment paper. So you flip this over, print side up, or the paper on the top. Put on your parchment paper. And on the top of the paper, I have basically 2 layers of parchment paper. This layer and this layer. I just like to do it that way. Not necessarily necessary, but I do it anyway. Alright, so that's that. I'm waiting for my heat press to come up to temp. I got about 10 more degrees to go. And once it gets there, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have it up to temp. It's already at 400 degrees. But what I'm going to do, because normally when I press these different things, my temperature drops during the press. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. I don't even know if this will matter. But I'm going to do like a little pre-press to heat up my palette. Just for a few seconds. So I got that nice and hot. I'm going to see if that makes any difference as far as it trying to hold its temperature. But here we go. We got that. I don't need a cover sheet. It's already covered. Alright. And the temperature already dropped, so it doesn't really matter. It just went down to 397. So I'm going to hold on a second, see if it goes back up real quick. We can start this press at 400 degrees. And this press is the HPN Signature Series Auto Open with the slide out drawer, as y'all saw. But yeah, while it's warming back up to 400, pressing it at 400 degrees, 60 seconds. First time printing name tags. I'm about to do just a test print. soon as it hits that 400-degree mark. Any day. Alright, it's almost there. 399, which should be good enough to go ahead and press it. It's just going to drop temperature anyway. Alright, 399 is good enough. It's about to go to 400. Alright. Pressure should be good, but here we go for 60 seconds. Alright. Now, I still don't have my gloves. I am ordering some, some silicone gloves. Just don't have them yet. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it by the paper. Do not grab it with your bare hands because it is metal. It retains heat and it's very hot. But I'm going to get an old shirt. Take this without moving it around too much so I don't get ghosting. And just transfer that heat into the shirt. It helps it cool down just a little bit faster. It's still going to be very hot, but at least you can hold it in your hands a lot longer. Yeah, there we go. Alright. When you see your image starting to come through the paper a little bit, you know that you should have a good print. And I'm just going to hope that everything is within the borders of the name tag. And the shirt definitely helped as far as, taking some of the heat away from the name tag. But that's how it looks. It actually came out perfect. Everything fits within the borders of this name tag. And I made this template in Illustrator. So basically I just measured out the name tag both directions and I made my template just a little bit larger to make sure everything fits perfectly. And this is perfect. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I know this came out perfect, go ahead and print the other 6. Make sure I line up everything perfect around the edges, and I'll be done with that job. And then I'm going to show you how I put everything together, because these are magnetic backs. If you can get it in the camera. They are magnetic with the sticky side that goes onto the name tag. And the magnetic is very strong. The magnet is very strong. Alright, so I'm going to get the rest of these taped on. You already saw me do it for the first one. And then I'm going to come back when it's time to press. Alright, so I got everything taped down on the paper. The last 6 badges. Double checking myself before I press it. I have the white side, the sublimatable side, face down on the paper. Now grab this sheet, go ahead, fold it in half. And slide. First I need to flip this over. Alright, now I have it all in there. I got it pretty much lined up. I didn't see any of the image showing, sticking out from the edges of the name badge. And the pressure should not have changed much, so I'm not going to change the pressure. I'm just going to leave it like it is. I'm going to go ahead and press. 400 degrees, 60 seconds. Here we go. Two seconds left. Gently open it so there's no ghosting. And I'm going to just use the shirt. Alright, sorry about that. Somebody just open the garage while I was recording. But by now everything should be cool. What I did was I put the t-shirt over top of the whole thing, transfer some of that heat. And the t-shirt's pretty warm. Everything is still pretty warm, but it took out some of the heat. So now I'm going to go ahead and looking at it, it looks like everything, the image is coming through the paper, which is a good sign that everything's sublimated as you wanted it to. So I'm going to go ahead and start peeling this stuff back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let me get the rest of this tape off of here. And if you're still watching, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe for future videos, because I have a lot more to print. And these are my 7 name tags for this gym. This is all their staff. So what I'm gonna do now that I have everything up here, I don't know how well you can see these. I'll move the camera in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply the adhesive side to the name tag, and this is a magnetic name tag, which is what they prefer. So take it, turn it over, visually line it up, peel this adhesive off the back. Line it up by eye and just drop it in place like that. Alright, I don't know how long that has to set before I put the magnet on it. I cannot talk right now because I don't want the magnet to peel it back off. I don't know how strong this is. Well, it looks pretty strong. Let's test it out. Boom. Peel it off without peeling the adhesive off. That's some pretty strong adhesive. Alright, so we're just going to slide it off like that. But yeah, that's their name tags. That's how it's done. Let me show you a closer look. Move the camera a little bit. Alright, so these are all the name tags. That's how it turned out. You got that nice little shiny gloss to it. So yeah, these turns out pretty good. These are my first time sublimating name tags. And that's it. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't already, hit that like button. There we go. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. As always, be yourself, be your best. This is JBM Designs. I'm out.